Welcome to the tutorial on Concept 3 for the Grade 7 Big Ideas. This one has to do with geometry. So things like finding surface area, volume, shapes, lines, angles, triangles, all that stuff. So a couple ideas to review. If you remember, there are parallel lines and perpendicular lines, right? So parallel lines, they'll go on forever and ever and ever and never cross, right? A perpendicular line, they cross at 90 degrees, right? And sometimes we call that word intersects when they cross. So you needed to know things about lines, also certain things about angles, right? So remember that if you were to angle or add up all the angles inside of a triangle, you get 180 degrees. Now let's say I had an angle that was 30 degrees and I decided to bisect it, right? So if you remember the word bisect, right? Bi meaning two, right? So if I bisected this angle, I'd have an angle that's 15 and 15. That's some of the terminology that you may have heard before. Also in the geometry unit, you did area and surface area of different shapes. Now, the great thing in Math 8 is that you will get some formulas given to you, so you don't need to memorize it. This one, though, is for a triangle. Now, you may have seen it written a couple different ways. Sometimes it's written half base times height, right? Or base times height divided by 2, or base times height like this, then divided by 2. No matter what, you'll get the same answer, so use whatever you're comfortable with. If this is my triangle, right, and this is maybe 3 meters, this could be 2 meters, maybe this is 5 meters, right? In this particular example, if I was trying to find the area, right, this is the height, right, this is the base. So if I were to plug in my numbers, the base is 3, the height is 2, I find that area, divide by 2. Right, so you do the operation on the top first. 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then area, remember, has the units meters squared. So the 5 didn't come into play at all in this particular example. Now, you probably have done area of a rectangle before, right? Good old length times width. This one tends to be a little bit easier. The thing to note, though, is that it doesn't matter if your rectangle looks like that or if it looks like that. The area is still the same, right? And it works for the triangle too, right? The amount of pink I color in there is the same no matter what, if it's on its side or if it's vertical that way. So keep that in mind. Good luck. If you have any questions, right, please bring them to class.